another day in Ningbo, China. Another day living in the comfort of suburban life. Not exactly where I intended to be, that's for sure. I should be somewhere in Southeast Asia, pedaling down tropical roads and exploring exotic locales. Not a care in the world. But sometimes, forces beyond your control send you all the way back to where you started. Miles away from where you were, forcing you to confront some tough choices. Do you let defeat get the better of you? Or do you choose to start all over again? Okay, here we go.
JaYoe.
That was me on August 15th, 2014. Excited and optimistic, I was ready to conquer the world. I left Ningbo that day with no plan to return. I had purpose in my eyes. I was focused. I was determined. I called my journey the JaYoe World Tour, after a Chinese phrase meaning to add fuel. It seemed fitting, as I was adding fuel to my life by living my dream of travel and adventure. I was cruising west, from China on my way to the States, all on the seat of a unique, fully loaded, human-powered, recumbent trike. Traveling from city to city, it was my mission to capture as much as I could on video. I was a mobile, self-sustained, all-inclusive video production studio. By that November, I had covered 3,000 kilometers of my journey and wound my way through 4 Chinese provinces. Along the way, I produced over 30 amateur travelogue documentaries. I was falling into a groove, becoming comfortable with the lifestyle I had designed for myself. Every day I was a little bit more confident, a little more excited. But then, on a winding, lonely road in Guangning province, on my way headed to Guilin, it all came to a screeching and abrupt halt.
I just got hit by a truck.
Now, almost a year later, the tour seems far away. Compared to cycling around the world, my current life is exceedingly normal. In Ningbo, I've moved away from the sweat and the grime and nestled back into a safe and comfortable life off the road. But I still bear a constant reminder of the day the JaYoe World Tour was put on hold.
I just got hit by a big truck.
And that's how it ended. One careless driver single-handedly derailed the JaYoe World Tour, tossing me and my rig onto the pavement and subsequently into the back of an ambulance rushing to the hospital.
This is depressing. I had to leave my passport and my computer and all of my possessions, my money, my wallet. Everything was back there, but the police showed up, so I think it's okay. I couldn't move. I couldn't even try and gather my stuff together. My shoulders completely messed up. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Amidst the pain, the confusion, the despair, My fate was now in the hands of the Chinese hospital crew on staff that night, all of whom didn't seem very prepared to take care of a large foreigner with a broken shoulder.
太厉害了。I can't remember which side my laptop was on, but I think that my laptop might have been destroyed with my hard drive and all my videos on it. The trailer was ran over, it was in pieces, so I imagine anything in there that was important was wrecked. I had everything I owned in that, you know, kind of everything that was necessary to continue. And now it's gone. So I saw the x-ray. It looks like I have a shattered clavicle in about 4 places.
唔怕佢會講國語㗎。我把你交給。
可以，你可以講一點普通話。
So, my clavicle is broken and all these nice people are here with me. Ni hao. Annie is on her way here, flying here. And I've got some difficult choices I have to force on myself. Ah, ni hao, ni hao. I don't know what the implications of this are. It's a possibility that if the clavicle is not set perfectly, the weight of a backpack, especially climbing Everest, could be too much to bear, you know? This really throws a lot of things into question. I feel very, very lucky. The truck ran over the trailer, and I think that was the buffer that saved my life. If I didn't have that trailer on, I think it would have just killed me.
At 4 in the morning, Annie arrived, and together we left Guangning for Ningbo. So I shook hands and said my goodbyes to the police, who were still at my side through the whole ordeal, and left, heading to the airport.
Here we go. You like my shoes?
Actually, it sucks.
Lying in that hospital bed, I began to think about the future. I was lucky this time, but I can't afford a repeat of history. I'm not the type of guy that quits, but I need to try to prevent this from ever happening again. The surgery inserted 9 screws, 2 pins, and a metal plate into my shoulder, and had me taking up residence in the hospital for the next 2 weeks. How many months until I can put weight on it? Till I can do a push-up.
Push-up 6 months.
Seems like a long time. As soon as I was able-bodied again, I started replacing what I'd lost in the accident. My new trike and trailer are a big improvement from what I had before. This time, I'm going to be more visible, have more gearing options, and all around be better equipped. Just about everything has been upgraded this time. I even added some new toys to my film kit, expanding possibilities for getting a spectacular shot anywhere, at any time. Other things I did in my downtime? I got a chance to visit my niece, born while I was in China. A surprise visit for all of us. As continued training for Mount Everest, I summited a 7,500 meter mountain in western China called Wuchtag-A-Ta. I traveled a little, visiting a few places I couldn't on the trike, taking a trip to one place in particular that few outsiders ever get to enter. But now it's time. Time to lace up those bike shoes and get back on the road. Time to say goodbye to Ningbo and all the people I care about, all over again. Time to close one door and reopen another. Re-equipped, fully loaded, and ready to go, I take a tour through Ningbo with the intention of leaving it again. A nostalgic trip through a city that, in many ways, inspired me to travel in the first place. It feels like just yesterday I was waiting at the gate in Hong Kong International Airport on the last leg of my flight to move my life to China.
I am in Hong Kong. So, anyways, I'm here. A little nervous.
I barely knew anything about the world then. I was taking a big step into the unknown. It's an interesting coincidence that I ride through Ningbo now with a similar attitude, a similar unknowing of what lay ahead. My life in China has expanded my view of the world, showing me that everything, everywhere, is in a constant state of motion. My ride amounts to a ride down memory lane. I've been in Ningbo so long that it's become my home. I've built memories, built experiences that have helped to shape me into the world traveler I hope to become. Crossing an area called Chenghuang Miao, I recall a cable television show I hosted and produced called the Ningbo Focus Show. I produced that show for an entire season. Today, those skills I learned behind and in front of the camera have been fundamental to make the travelogues I produce on the road. I remember every year I would dress up in an elaborate custom-made Santa suit, give out multicolored jingle bells to the Chinese kids during the holiday. I get so much, personally, out of being creative, having fun, and helping others. There's no telling to how those skills will translate on a world tour. I ride past a large grassy field near a place called He, where my old friend Ryan and I would toss a frisbee for hours. Without fail, we would attract local strangers to join the fun. Living here has helped to remove stigmas and preconceived notions I had about the world at large. It's taught me to embrace people that might be different from me, an invaluable skill for life on the road. This city has unwittingly been the training ground for the JaYoe World Tour, taking me out of my comfort zone and giving me a unique skill set to draw from as I make my way around the world yet again. I've learned from past mistakes. I've gotten bruised and broken. But I'm ready to get back to the business of travel. My tour map's been updated, adding a slew of new and exciting waypoints. Everest has been postponed until this upcoming March, where I'll set out to conquer the highest summit in the world. My trike's been upgraded, more powerful, more reliable, and more visible than ever. My body's healed, and with some more exercise and conditioning on the road, I'll be stronger than ever. All of the pieces are falling into place. The time is right. I'm ready to start again. So as I look out onto the city that I've called home for the last 6 years, I feel a mixture of excitement at what lays in front of me and sorrow for the people and places I'm leaving behind. I can't help but wonder what else might be in store for me as I set out again on the JaYoe World Tour.